finger on that. Really nice, pretty, attractive guitar. This is, of course, you probably come to recognize this guitar. It's made by Luna, and it's their Gypsy Spalt GC with the electronics, the preamp, and as you know, the spalting is this procedure where they partially rut the wood so that you get this sort of pattern, and then they finish it. The back's very plain. Well, it's not too bad. It's relatively good-looking mahogany, but you know, all the bling is in the top there. But I like the way they just let the wood speak, and they don't put, you know, too much decorative stuff around the sound hole. It's just very plain, black binding. Just let this speak for itself. It's got a rosewood board with the moon and phases, which Luna has become known for. I've done Luna videos before. I don't think I've shown you this exact one. I got this used on eBay, and I bought it from a pawn shop, eBay seller. And when I got it, oh my goodness, it was filth. It was pure filth. I had to scrub the fretboard to get the DNA gunk off there, and the strings looked like they had been on there since the guitar was made. Just dark rust, thudding strings, just absolutely no sound whatsoever. But I cleaned it up. I did a setup on it. The tuners were all loose, so I tightened those all up. Regrooved the nut. Redid the saddle because it wasn't very good. And lo and behold, it makes a nice guitar. And they're not the most, still stretching out, they're not the most tonally pleasing guitars, but I think they're fairly decent. So, you know, kids are attracted to these things because they're easy on the eye. And Luna doesn't make bad guitars. They do need a lot of setup though, and I have concurred this with my friend who runs a local guitar shop, and he is, or was, a Luna dealer, and he said that, you know, he has to do a lot of setup on these, but once you set them up, they make pretty reasonable guitars. They're sort of in the low mid-range area, although they do make some higher range models, but these ones here I think sell around $250, $275 with the pickup, and I think, you know, that's not too badly priced. You probably can find something better sounding in that price range, but certainly if you're going for looks and, you know, the unique appearance of spalted wood, you might pick one of these. The electronics aren't too bad actually. It's the standard sliders, the 3 EQ sliders with the volume slider, and it's the flip out model, so it's a little easier to change the battery on these. I do believe they've updated this guitar with an XLR, but this just has the 1/4 inch, so I think this is one of the older models. It's probably 10-15 years old, but it's in good shape, and it plays pretty well. No major concerns on this guitar, so it'll make a nice guitar for someone. I just saw it going cheap, and you could tell from the pictures that it would be a standard setup, and then you know, I can make it sound decent. And also I'm trying out, because I got a load of free packs with guitars I ordered, I'm trying out some of these Correa strings. They look a lot like the D'Addario Phosphor Bronze. They sound alright. I have them, so I might as well use them. So I put a set on here. I can't tell the difference, to be honest with you. I've put thousands of sets of Phosphor Bronze on guitars, the 8020 series, and this sounds a lot like them. Can't really tell that much difference in quality. I think they're just fine. But I'm not a string snob. I don't like the really cheap, nasty ones, but you know, when you get to the main brands, I think there's a lot of parity across the board. I have my favorites, but I'm not militant about it, so these just sound fine to me. So there you go, a Luna Gypsy Spalt GC electric acoustic. I think it's a grand concert or a grand auditorium. Not sure what the verbiage is these days, but very nice guitar. Came out lovely. Somebody will enjoy that. See you next time.